Almost everybody realizes China will become the world's largest economy. The question is when. A lot's changed the last couple months, last couple years, and let's see if we can figure that out in this video. Okay, this was in Yahoo Finance on May 22nd, 2020 of this year. Basically, it says the World Bank thinks China will overtake the U.S. In terms of GDP by 2050, right? So that's about 30 years. But there's been some things that are happening here, right? The pandemic has kicked in big time, and we still have the tariffs, which are taking a toll on this. This is a screenshot I took off from YouTube, and I'll have a link in the comments section or down below. But basically, it shows the 20 top economies, and it gives a real-time GDP. It's called GDP Live, World GDP Live. So this is the screenshot that I took at 9:20 on August 2nd, 2020. And we're going to focus on the two biggest economies. The United States is just shy of 22 trillion, and China is just a little bit over 15 trillion. And this is a screenshot taken 110 minutes later at 11:10. And you can see that the United States, our economy shrunk a little bit. That shouldn't be a surprise. But China actually grew. So we can calculate, basically, how soon will China catch up with us? Okay, here are the numbers in a table form. USA, China, 9:20, 11:10. And you just look at the numbers, right? Again, you can see that USA has gone down, China's gone up. Well, the USA has gone down about 237 million in 110 minutes, and China has actually increased by 31.5 million. Again, it's 110 minutes. And it's not that hard of math to figure out that the United States is losing about $2.15 million a minute, over $2 million a minute. This is the same calculation for China. They're actually growing by $286,000 per minute. So every minute, China gains about $2.44 million closer to the U.S. GDP. Right now, we have a lead of about $6.7 trillion over China. So now we're ready to figure out when will China catch up with us. It's pretty straightforward. All you got to do is take the difference between the two GDPs and divide by the rate that we saw earlier, that we calculated earlier. And that works out to about 2.765 million minutes, or about 46,000 hours, 1,920 days, or about 5.3 years. So this means that we don't have to wait till 2050. We'll probably more than likely, most of us will see China become the biggest economy in our lifetime. Okay, this is World GDP Live, and you can see this $89 trillion and some change. The United States still has a big chunk of it, almost 22 trillion, like we said. This is China with a little over 15 trillion. Now you can see that we're going down. You can see China's still going up. The other one that's going up is India. But these are countries that basically produce commodities. So yeah, we're still buying that during the pandemic. Brazil's having some issues, and we'll get back to them in a bit. And this is projection for 2100. Basically how much they're going to be making, right? And this is 11 through 20. Indonesia is actually doing pretty good. They're going up. The only other one that's going up is the Netherlands in the top 20. And this is interesting. They've actually grown their agricultural export business. It's about 2/3 of the United States, $111 billion, and ours is about $150 billion. So they're really doing well on that little country. Another thing you can see here is South America. They're increasing their agricultural exports, and they're growing overall as a continent. So this is this is where I got my data from, but it's right there.